All right, so we're here. We're here with the final two episodes of Infinity Train. We got season 3, episode 9, the Origami Car, and episode 10, the new Apex, which is a really interesting title. Very curious to see what new Apex is going to bring to the table here. And yeah, we're headed into I think a straight on confrontation here with Simon. I don't know what he's going to do. You've had these two characters that started off on the very much the same path, but as the season has gone on, it's done this. And you don't really know where he's going. I don't know how he's going to take what he saw in Grace's memory there. Just right now, Simon has been doing everything in my book that he's incredibly unlikable character to me. It's hard for me to cheer for this guy at all. I would love for him to see all his wrongdoing and try to get his shit together and get his life together and try to do some right and, understand and repent for everything he's done. So we'll see where they go with these last two. You have the stuff with Hazel, and Amelia saying she's an inhabitant that's an anomaly to 1-1, and 1-1 is just trying to get rid of all the anomalies, it seems. So a lot has to happen in these last two to wrap things up. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's watch what's this? The Origami Car. Let's give it a watch.
To discover that our friend Hazel is a denizen.
Just to remind you, you do have a time limit.
And yes, I know they're called denizens. I stick with inhabitants because that's
Hazel will be a
what I
danger
call
to
them.
any car she
Deal with it.
enters. As the leader of the Apex, I have a group counting on me to keep them safe. Hazel is part of that group now. We don't leave Apex behind. Hazel?
Shut up, Simon.
I don't want to go with you.
Huh?
You do remember what you said to her, right?
I'm not going with you.
Wow.
You said the Apex is supposed to be brave. Why are you all so scared of me? You know stuff about me I don't. I want to go with you.
Wow.
Maybe I can learn.
But I'm not on a road trip. What I'm doing here is my job. I'm an inventor, an engineer, a snappy dresser. But I am not
Snappy
your
dresser.
Grace and Simon weren't either.
Wow. Grace is
I
taking that
promise
really
to take
hard.
care of myself.
Well, I suppose you're worth studying.
A snappy dresser.
Pulse will be hitting any moment.
Nope. Here we go. Oh, poor Grace. Yo, could this be the last time Grace sees Hazel?
Grace.
Oh my god, I was not expecting them to get separated. Wow. No way. Oh, poor Grace. Dude, don't get me started on you. She really cared about her. I'm really not looking... Dude, come on.
Me and you.
Upset.
It's supposed to be.
Angry.
No more Hazel
Me.
holding us back.
Knock it off, Simon. I'm not in the mood.
Time things are right in the world.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Hazel was our friend, and you wrote her off like she was nothing.
I was your friend first.
What is your problem?
What?
Oh, what did you just do? Did he really just do that to her? Oh, this is screwed up. Dude, Simon is just checking off every box of being such a scumbag. Her parents never even showed up.
Chloe should smile until her parents can afford to get her braces.
Oh! Wow. Ooh, so Grace became very vindictive.
What's happening? Oh no, Grace!
Probably a survival thing.
We're hosting Ambassador Morris tonight. Molly. Jacob.
Interesting.
Susan.
Are these all the
I don't
different
have time
caretakers,
for
like
this.
maybe
Go
like
to a movie or
nannies or something she's had? Wow. So, okay, so I was right. Her parents are definitely somewhat of people of, like, high society.
I'm sorry to tell
Oh,
you,
what did she
your
do?
daughter was caught with a stolen bracelet from Blassie's.
Well, I'm sorry too, because you're obviously mistaken.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Just
Oh.
stay quiet and we'll fix this.
Oh.
It's absurd to think that our Grace would need to steal.
So they don't even realize that she's acting out to get their attention, maybe.
Wanted to be noticed.
Yeah, see? You know, you can give your kids everything. You give them all the things in the world, but if you just aren't there, I mean, that's all you gotta be. You just gotta be there for them. Oh! This is when the train showed up to her. No shit. I love how the music on this show sometimes just gives you, like, that sense of discovery.
The real world. It gave you a chance to go somewhere you'd be respected.
Oh,
Simon,
God.
Are you doing this?
Simon has such a wrong view of things, in my opinion. At least to me. Oh, this is interesting. Because we have yet to see what happens when someone got here with not 1-1 running things. This is the first time we've seen with Amelia. Wow. That's intimidating.
He's perfect. Everything finally makes sense again.
Mm-hmm.
Not right.
Yeah. So what's the deal? Oh.
I saw it before you came in here. This is fake.
So my memories are real until you don't like them, then they're fake?
You're just
Yeah,
using
right?
Amelia's lies to trick me. She was lying, and you lied to me.
Oh my God,
Everyone
Simon.
lies to me.
I wonder why, Simon. You see how you act? Oh, look at the cat's sweater. Oh, so they were running away from one of those.
Smith, I'm still up here! Help!
Sorry, Samantha. Oh, Grace saved him. Ooh, okay. Music, let's go. No, go back to it. Like, I get this kid has been hurt.
Left me. Hey, it's scary here.
You need to know what's right and wrong, buddy. What's your number say?
How'd you
Wow.
get so high? I'm like really good at the train.
See, they never had that 1-1 introduction.
The Apex stick together.
It's amazing how wrong they are.
It's nice.
Wasn't lying.
We just won't tell Simon, okay? So we can't let him see the show, okay?
I still stand by her on this one.
More complicated than I was trying to figure out.
Dude, stop. This is wrong what you are doing.
Let me explain. Look, I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear? Do we get to dig through your most painful memories next?
Yeah, right?
I liked what we had, but you made me do it.
Dude, you are such a piece of
You
shit.
betrayed the Apex. And you
You made me do it. Piss off. Takes no responsibility for his actions. Fuck him.
Just won't tell Simon.
That is so fucked up.
We won't tell
You monster. Almost dropped the third F-bomb. What? I can't believe he's doing this. Actually, maybe I can. What is wrong with you?
Just won't tell Simon.
Did he really do that to her?
Just won't tell Simon, okay?
I am so mad right now. I am so mad. I am just very angry at Simon. Holy crap, they're doing everything they can to make you really hate him. And I cannot stand him right now. What a horrible thing to do to someone what he just did to Grace. He just left her in a permanent state of in like a coma like state, just looping. That is worse than that's like worse than killing somebody, doing that to someone. And the fact that he takes no responsibility for anything. blames everyone for all his problems. That's probably why he's even here to begin with. Something similar to that, maybe, that he won't accept any repercussions, any consequences, won't own up to anything. It's all everyone else's fault. That's exactly what he's doing right here and what he said. That is just, someone like that really gets to me. That really annoys me. Like, you lied to me. Okay, yeah, she lied to you because you just freaking wheeled Hazel's friend in front, not in front of her, but you killed Tuba because Tuba is part of the train. So, yeah, of course we're not going to tell you that Hazel is an inhabitant. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, I don't think you can do any sort of redemption for him. I don't think I'll be very surprised if the show does that with Simon. I really do. And then just the opening of the episode, Hazel leaving Grace and just seeing the tears as come down Grace's face, like, that was very upsetting. It's amazing how the effect that Hazel has had on her. And then Grace's, seeing Grace's memories growing up, very much what I thought was the case with her, up with her home life, very much neglected by her parents. They can buy her all the things, put her in all the best schools and give her everything. But all she just wanted was, like she said, to be noticed, some attention. She doesn't care about all that stuff. She just wants her parents to be there and starts to act out because of it. I think her going on the train, and taking up this leadership role, she gets all that notice now and people looking up to her. And just, I was very curious if we were going to see what it was like when she arrived on the train with Amelia being the conductor. Because, yeah, you got none of the info that 1-1 gives people about why you're here. Little Simon asking her, why is your number so high? How did you get your number so high? She's like, I'm just really good at the train. Like, they just saw it as a game, the number, as a high score in an arcade cabinet. They didn't have that guidance when they got here. And Simon has had a wrong idea about what this train is from day one. Of course, being abandoned by Samantha, obviously they were very close. And I'm very curious if we ever get any sort of background info on Simon's past. Granted, he was only like 9 or 10 years old when he got on the train. So what the hell happened to get him here? I don't know. I'm very upset with how that episode ended. So let's get into it. Let's watch the season 3 finale of Infinity Train, the new Apex.
I don't want to go with you.
Huh? It's okay. We can work
Ooh.
on the denizen thing.
What part of I'm not going with you don't you understand?
This is a good tune. Oh, Grace.
You tried to control me.
I never meant to hurt you.
Come on, Grace. You can get out of here.
You killed Tuba.
No.
Oh, it was Simon.
He didn't come up with the idea to wield denizens on his own. It's your fault she's
Ooh, okay.
You think you're strong, but you're scared. A coward.
I guess you can also
Hazel,
chalk up
I
Simon.
don't know.
The worst of all, when you have
Interesting.
a chance,
Okay.
right?
You can sort of argue maybe Grace created Simon
I can't
type of angle.
You try to control me and Simon instead of being honest.
You're wrong, Grace. Conductor,
Which is
denizens, everything.
an interesting angle if that's the case.
Afraid of being wrong? Of
Yeah.
disappointing others? Of not being enough?
Wow.
I did everything to avoid being alone.
Even if he's doing something wrong, she doesn't want to be alone.
I'm so sorry, Hazel. You deserved better.
Good luck, Grace.
Ugh. Yeah, I guess it's interesting because you can say like maybe Simon would have ended up like this if Grace didn't find him, But still, though, it's hard to just be okay with the stuff Simon has done. Ugh, can you imagine finding that? Ugh. Can you imagine finding that in your head? Oh, it's terrible. I would hate that. This is what I love about this show. Nothing's ever black and white with anything. Look at him. He's just stomping on all the poor origami creatures.
Oh,
Fix them, Grace. Fix them. Oh, thank you.
You okay?
Oh. Yeah, wipe that off. You don't need that anymore. Oh, the build-up.
Huh?
Down with the false conductor. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because you're spending all this time really harping on Simon,
That's as far as you go, Void.
but you kind of forget
And we all know how the
that
Apex deals with
Grace
the
created this.
Well, I don't.
You know?
Simon told us everything.
Lucy,
Simon!
Wow.
Simon!
Simon's taken over. Yeah, like I said, you forget that Grace created this, right? Jesus! Are you kidding?
The void that betrayed us all.
Jesus. Narcissistic much?
Hey, anybody. It's my responsibility as the leader to...
Highest number. I'm the leader now.
But
But Simon left
Grace
me for
can
dead, trapped in
redeem herself
Speaks
here.
louder than words,
I think
void.
he's
Okay,
too far gone.
What is a void?
What is a void, Apex?
A leader who is no longer
Oh, you brainwashed fools.
to us all!
And how do we deal with voids?
It's quite the throne, though.
We wield them.
Of course
Wield
we
them.
do.
Do it. Wield the void.
Wow, that's different. That's a human. I don't think they've ever wheeled humans.
Wait, did Simon even tell you we met the conductor?
Simon never told us that.
Oh.
No, it's true. She isn't the real conductor. She's just a woman named Amelia.
Don't listen. The void is trying to infect you with its.
Oh my God, Simon.
But I had to keep Hazel safe.
Please understand that.
A lot of mistakes, but that wasn't one of them. We've been doing it wrong. We can
Oh,
still change.
a lot of numbers came off.
Why would I ever want to change if I'm always right?
You are. Oh, I can't stand people like that. Sorry, it's such a triggering thing for me. I'm always right. Piss off. The big difference between Grace and Simon is she can admit when she's wrong, and he can't. So yeah, but Grace maybe have created all this, and maybe partially responsible for how he has ended up. But she's trying to fix things and make
A lot of pain. I understand that.
Another hollow apology.
and try to make amends.
I'm not responsible for your problems. I don't owe you anything.
You owe me everything.
No, she does not. Yeah, she may have gotten the ball rolling, but he is responsible for how he has ended up. The first time they met each other was fighting one of these. God, he's such a villain now, right? I mean, he's always been a villain, though, but he's really come out of his shell as one. Look at him. This is ridiculous how he's behaving. Oh no. Oh, he lost one of his shoes. Quick thinking, Grace. No way. Oh my God. And there's the big difference between these two. He wouldn't have saved her. He might even try to push her off right now. I wouldn't be surprised. I hope not.
I don't know.
You... See? What a piece of shit. Oh, you are so... You just murdered somebody. Oh my God. He's having a complete mental break. Oh my God. Thank you, little ones. Thank you. Oh, that was so wonderful that they saved her. Wow. I'm sorry. He deserves this. Oh. Oh! Is that what happens? Oh! I hate saying he deserved something like that, but he legit just tried to commit murder. He attempted to kill someone. He's killed inhabitants. And then he legit tried to kill a human being.
But we know the truth, and I can't ignore it.
And he had a complete psychotic break there, it seemed like.
Train for different reasons. But it's unfair for me to tell you how to understand yourself.
What a character journey this has been.
We can make some changes.
Wow. Remember how high up her number was going on her arm?
We can't be the apex anymore. Guess we'll have to figure it out.
Ooh, is this how this ends? Kind of like up in the air still? We work on getting our numbers lower and getting off the train. That's the new goal now, right? Here are all the numbers going down. Wow! That is an interesting ending. I wasn't sure how they were going to close this one out. Interesting. So it ends in a kind of a very hopeful way, I feel like. That's the sense I got. That we're going to steer all these kids in the right direction. No longer are we trying to get our numbers back up. Now we're going to take it and work on getting you home. Imagine how all their families, their parents, loved ones, how much, they've gone missing and how long have they been missing for. And I think this is a great direction and a great calling for Grace to do that, to stop acting so selfishly and do some good here. Simon, though. Oh, can we just talk about Simon? It's sad. It is actually, it's very sad. As much as I cannot stand Simon, how much I found his actions to be reprehensible, horrible, the horrible things he has done in his life on this trade. And very interesting, we never got any background on Simon outside of what we've seen on the trade, except for the fact that, from almost day one that he's been here, that abandonment from the cat essentially, being the catalyst for the beginning of, his downfall. It's sad because he may have been okay, And again, it's interesting the show presents it this way, and where Grace's involvement in Simon's life kind of started him on that path, right? Imagine if he didn't meet Grace, like how Simon would have ended up. But like Grace said, she's not, to an extent, I feel, yeah, Grace could maybe have begun Simon, started Simon down this terrible path, but Simon eventually has to acknowledge the fact that the things that they're doing are wrong. He is an individual who can make his own decisions and come to his own conclusions. And even when presented with strong evidence that he has been wrong this entire time, his outright refusal, he said it right there. I'm always right. Grace, that's the big difference between the two. Grace is able to admit fault and admit she was wrong and to try to do things to maybe fix what she has done. And again, what a character journey for her. Seeing Grace from the start of this season, even from season 2, to how she ends up now is a complete 180 of who she is. And Simon just continued going one way. And honestly, everything about Simon, where he ended up, says everything. When Grace saves him, she could have let him fall, but she saved him. And what did I say right before Simon pushed her off? He wouldn't do that for her, and he didn't. He tried to kill her. And when Simon did that, it was very interesting the shot they did there, obviously with all that lightning, classic villain stuff. Number going up his face. Like, you saw what the act of murder, at least attempted murder, how the number, that's, it don't get more evil than that. And he looked like he had a moment of like, what did I just do? Right? Like, I don't know if I'm interpreting that correctly. I guess it's open for interpretation because he had a tear coming down his eye, down his face, that he just had a realization of what he just did. And it seemed like he just went and literally, like, I feel like suffered a psychotic break right there about what he had just done. And I wonder if he had instant regret of that, but he didn't really have a chance. We didn't really have a chance to really see what it was going through his head there exactly because of that, the monster, I forget what they're called, you know, it, wow, like he melted. Like can't recall. Like I said, I don't watch. I watch these like once or twice, and then I don't watch them again. So I don't recall if we actually ever saw a human. We seen it attempted on humans, but we never saw the final result. That was gruesome. That was, and then it burst. Like, was Simon's like actions and all the terrible things he done so much that this thing couldn't even survive that? Like, was that like, I don't know. Uh yeah, really fascinating stuff. Like this season really presented you with a lot of just moral dilemmas, and there's just so much to chew on here, and just really like makes you really think about how like maybe you would go about these things and whatnot. Like this season really challenged you to really look deep inside yourself, and definitely, I mean, this was definitely different from the first two seasons, but I appreciate it that they really went to a dark place and really again challenged you and really threw some really intense themes at you. Like, this was an impressive writing this season, and you really got to appreciate that, coming from an animated show that was on Cartoon Network. That's incredible. I hope it wasn't, I don't know why the show was canceled, but I hope it wasn't because they were willing to go there, Now, we have another season. We have one final season left. And I don't notice anything in this season that would give me an idea where we're going with season 4, who our new protagonists are. I'm going to assume it's new protagonists. I will be shocked if we continue Grace's story. It seems like this show's MO is to pick new people to follow, either one person or two. But yeah, this show just put me on just an emotional roller coaster. I can't. I don't even know what to say because it's so. In regards to Simon, I can't recall the last time I got so angry at a character on a show or a movie. But again, I say at the same time, he's a very tragic character at the same time. It's quite sad how he ended up, but repercussion and consequences for your actions, fella, and you did some really horrible, reprehensible things. And I feel like his fate may be appropriate, right? You don't really, it's just because imagine what would have happened if he survived, what he would do, right? It wouldn't have been pretty, and you know that. But yeah, wow, an amazing season. It just incredible. Probably the best season of the show thus far. I mean, I love season 1 and 2, but this was on another level, I feel like, in its storytelling. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, folks. If you did enjoy this reaction, don't forget to like that video. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let me know in the comments how you felt from this. Let me know your thoughts on Simon's journey and his ending. And I'm hoping Grace is going to now use this new outlook on helping these kids get off the train and also help herself get off. And then, you know, I don't think we're ever going to find out, you know, what happened to Hazel and Amelia. Like, the only thing I could think of is season 4 is, do we get to follow Hazel and Amelia maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. That would be really cool, but we'll see when I start season 4. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on all of this. But yeah, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and I will see you for the start of season 4, whenever that would be. Have a great one. Bye.